Hey, Keith here from Rank Revival. In this video, I'm going to walk through the content decay and content workflow sections of Rank Revival. So these two sections here, we've got the content decay dashboard right here, which is going to show our articles that have been declining in traffic over time. And we're also going to walk through the workflow. So we have a workflow system within Rank Revival so that when you optimize an article, it is then hidden from your dashboard view until a time specified. So you can go back. So you won't be looking at the same articles again and again when you're working on your website, or if you've got multiple editors or writers working in it. So we're going to log in with Google Search Console here. And we're going to log in as the user. If you've already logged in before, your website will already be here in existing accounts. The first time you download a new website, it does take a few minutes to download all the 13 months of data that we need. If you've already done it before, it's only going to take a few seconds to load our content decay dashboard. So this screen here pulls out data from Google Search Console and then sorts it by lost clicks, which is content decay basically. So we can see here for this article about probiotics, antibiotics and yogurt, we have August 2023 was the highest traffic month. And that September there was when the Google September core update happened. So this website was affected by that update, as we can see here. And traffic has been declining since. This lost click number here is if we maintain this 298 clicks we had in August for every single month here, we would have 0 here if it was always 298 every time. But this number here is the difference between this number and each of these numbers counting down. So overall, over the past 10 or so months here, we've lost 2,344 clicks that we could have had if we maintain that level. Another way to look at this dashboard here is the year-on-year difference, which is important. Some websites you may not have 13 months of data yet, but when you do, you're looking at the month last year versus the month this year. So we're looking at June here right now, and we can see in June 2023, we had 133 clicks. June 2024, we've only had 1, so it's gone a 99.23% difference. So there are going to be times when you're looking at the data here and it's seasonal data, and you might need to make some decisions. Maybe you're doing a summer sport and you can see the traffic was higher in the summer months and then lower in the winter months. So you do need to sort of look at all these metrics to make a decision. The total clicks here is just a count of the total clicks over the last 13 months. And we can sort by any of these columns too. So when you're first using this dashboard, the first time you log into the website, the first thing you'll want to do is add URLs and add your sitemap as well. The reason that you'd want to do that is if any articles haven't had any clicks at all in the last 13 months, they will display in here still, but if they haven't had clicks or impressions in 13 months, or if they're not indexed in Google and they're not showing in Google Search Console, they won't be in this report. So by adding your sitemap, that will add all the missing URLs that you might have. At that stage there, you could also sort this by total clicks, and that's going to show us all the articles that haven't had any clicks at all in the last 13 months. So for these, maybe we do want to refresh them, or maybe we want to delete these articles and just completely start again. That would be up to you to decide, but this is a good starting point. And you can export all this data here just to a CSV as well, and work in this in Excel. So as an SEO, you may want to do this part of the content audit first before you get your writers and editors into the main dashboard and optimizing articles, because you might have a bit of a quick win in here of deleting old content that hasn't been performing in a very, very long time. So if we want to mark an article as done, so we might say here that we've got this articles folder and we're never going to do any optimizations to this or this page too. So we could even come in here and use the filters and search for page and find out which pages are indexed in Google and they're getting impressions, but they aren't getting any clicks. So we don't want to look at these in our dashboard really. So we can mark these as done. Mark that as done forever. um, and put in a reason that we're marking these done forever, and then OK. Now we have these three radio buttons here. If we head over to done, we can see that one I just marked as done is now on this done radio button. So your writers and editors are most likely going to want it. You're going to want them to work in the to-do section of the site. I'll just clear those filters. And if they're doing that, and when they load into the program, it is going to sort this by articles that are most likely the ones that you do want to optimize. Okay, so we've seen how to mark them as done. Let's have a look at um, how we can optimize and leave notes and that sort of thing. So if we click onto this article here, it starts off with our different AI audits that your writers and editors can use to get some insights on how they can improve the content. So we're not going to look at that in this article, in this video, but we are going to in the next, so you'll be able to find that. If we go to previous optimization log, you can see this article that we've opened up here has never had any notes left about it. If we close out of here and go over to done and click on the one we have marked as done, you can see the notes that you've previously left. So if your editor was in here and they were working on this antibiotics article, one of the first things they want to do is come into here and look at the previous optimization notes. When was it last edited? What was changed? So you're making sure you're not changing the same things over and over again. If you've got multiple editors working in here, they can mark articles as in progress. And when you do that, it just marks them orange in here so that you know they're already being worked on. I can click back into here and I can turn off in progress. The other thing that we can see is here is the individual keywords that have been decreasing in traffic the most as well. So the main dashboard shows us the URLs. This here shows us by the keywords. So we can use this specifically when we're trying to optimize the article. When we're using the AI audits, we might want to use one of these keywords here to optimize against. Otherwise, it just gives you a bit of an idea of where things have been dropping. Okay, so we saw before how we could mark something as done forever, but we also can mark things as done for a time period. So if I come to this antibiotics article, as the editor, I've now finished this and I want to mark this as done. So all we need to do is come over here to the done checkbox. So we can then choose a time period we want to hide the article for. I personally like 3 months. It gives Google enough time to recrawl the article. It gives us enough time to let the article sit and re-rank, especially if we've got a lot of articles on the website. We sort of don't want articles we've already optimized 1 month ago that may not have had enough time to bring more traffic, popping back up and being reordered again. You can also choose 6 months if you wanted a longer period before they come back. If you've got thousands of articles, that might be a good way to do it, or hundreds of articles, so that they're not sort of popping back up when you've still got other articles that you could be working on. And we can come in here and leave optimization notes of what we've changed in the article. So use the competition audit, added X and Y that competitor X had, okay? And then we can put in the editor who's changed this and done. Okay, so that's just disappeared from our to-do list. So that's basically it. So this is an always-on workflow where you can come in here, you can mark articles in progress when someone's working on them. You can mark them as done after you've made the changes. You can use the AI audits, the AI optimization. You can use the AI optimizations to edit content. Cool. And there's also, as well as this, we've also got reports as well. So if we come up to report up the top, you can, if we wanted to see what we've done in this last month, we can choose the first to the end of the month. We can choose which websites we want to run this for, generate report, and hide that filter so we can see it. And we can see the two things that we've done in here. So we've hidden that forever the page 2 here, so that won't be in our dashboard anymore. And we can see the article that we've optimized, what we did, and who did it. So you could use this to come in here and see how many articles your editor is doing per month, or if you needed something to send off to the client to show them which articles have been done this month, this would be a quick way to do it. Cool. And you can also export this as CSV. So we'll close out of here. And the one thing we haven't looked at here is also this export as CSV. If you click this, it just gives you an exact copy of the dashboard. So you can come in here and have this data in a spreadsheet if you need to share it with clients, that sort of thing, and show them where their traffic has been declining. Tidy this up a little, send it over, show them what you get planning on to work on this month, and then just keep going in the dashboard. And it's sort of an always-on process you can do. Cool, that's it. Any questions? Just let me know. Cheers.